Alright, hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 5 in this best of 5 series. We are all tied up at 2 games apiece, winner take all. Let's see what's going to be happening here as we see ZhouXiXi spawning as the red night elf on the top left hand side of the map. Meanwhile, on the bottom right hand side, we have Yumiko spawning as the blue human. So this is human versus night elf once more, and I am very much looking forward to this matchup. All right, apparently the observers want BM Blade Master versus an MK, and that is, I don't know if we'll be seeing that. All right, so far, interestingly enough, though, we are not getting up a barracks right now. This is, and so far, this is just not working out all too well. You can see that there is an Archmage now being set up or trained up there. There is that barracks. The barracks seems a little bit later than normal. Not quite sure what to expect here on Crystal Kingdom. As we're looking over here, Ancient of War is being trained up. It looks like it will try and go after this Goblin Laboratory. The laboratory will get creeped out very, very efficiently, and we'll see how all of this does unfold. So far, though, we can see a barracks is being trained up here. Archmage is currently being trained out as we are going into an arcane tower. We are now speed building this barracks. Not quite sure why Yumiko has decided to speed build this here. I don't believe, well, perhaps the Archmage was sped built just a little bit, and that's the reason why there was a little bit of delay in the lumber. And that could have been the reason. Yes, it looks like as though the Archmage was sped built just a little bit. 1 minute 45 second popping out as opposed to your typical timing. And ZhouXiXi is actually going for a tavern hero. So this is going to be a very, very large creep time advantage. It is now making its way off to the north, going after this Goblin Laboratory. So this Goblin Laboratory is going to be double crept out by water elementals and a whole bunch of militia. All right, one of the reasons, well, the sorcerer is very, very easy to take down with militia since it does have medium armor, and it looks as though it will get taken out. The Archmage is actually so far in the back that he is missing his attacks since it is attacking uphill. Archmage is now going to try to engage, take down the fighters here. It looks as though the 2 Tuskar fighters will get taken out. There is 1 warrior that is left, and a militia may get taken out here as a wisp now making its way as well. Rune of the Watcher was left behind. Preempt of Vitality, level 2 on the Archmage, as we are looking where that Archmage will be going to next. It looks as though the Archmage could try and just creep out some more of these creep camps here. Not quite sure why he isn't creeping this out, as there is a wisp off over here, which is not going to get attacked. So far in the center portion of the map, we can also see a wisp waiting to try and perhaps, no, wisp has already hired up the tavern hero, and it is a Pandarin Brewmaster. Pandarin Brewmaster there. It will get taken out very easily, as we are now looking at the Archmage still wandering around here. So far, you can see the Arachnids are sitting here in the center. Archmage now running across the center here, and this matchup is going to be come down to really how effective that Panda is with those Breath of Fire. That Breath of Fire very effective at dealing AoE damage to unsuspecting footmen. However, unsuspecting footmen should not be lasting very long, as we should see eventual transition into Spellbreakers. However, Spellbreakers also deal very good damage against archers, so this is going to come into a very interesting play here, as the Panda now may actually suffer a lot of damage here. This is not exactly what you were looking for. The Ancient of War trying to avoid damage, but it is very, very slow, and it is now still taking damage off to the side here, as the Panda may try to engage. All right, there are the archers. They may get off some shots here. Yumiko does not have defense at this point, and all defend would really do is allow the Panda to actually catch up. All right, this Kung Fu Panda looking to deal some damage back towards the rest of these units here. You can see Huntresses are being trained up as the Ancient of War has rooted itself. Meanwhile, down over here, Militia with a water elemental clearing out a gold mine. Very, very important, trying to multitask in multiple places at once, and human players being able to use militia very effectively is perhaps one of the best aspects of the human army. Meanwhile, down over here, it looks as though, yes, the Tome of Agility will get taken down. A Troll Trapper quickly getting ensnared there. A whole bunch of peasants gonna go ahead and finish off this Troll Trapper right there. Yes, there. Come on, one more shot. One more. What are you doing? Oh, surrounding the wisp to take it out. All right, there is a quick detonation, and now the Troll Trapper will finally get taken out. Archmage coming back over here is now sitting at level 2, so close to level 3. 3 experience away as the Archmage wants to head back over here and pick up. Oh, does not pick up the item. Was not sure that another unit would be able to get there in time, as the scout tower is currently not being upgraded. All right, poor unsuspecting. Actually, what's taking the damage? All right, this peasant right here taking a lot of damage here. Panda may be trying to come in here. There's a breath of fire that you could not see. Tome of Agility. Is he going to bother to read it? Yes, he will. And now, sitting at level 2, easy experience for this Panda, as now the water elemental is getting in some damage onto the Huntress. Here, this could be very bad. The Panda could come off with another breath of fire on the far side as well, or could try to go after the rest of these peasants here. Not quite sure. It looks as though, yes, there's the breath of fire finally, after a lot of repaired damage. Not quite sure why ZhouXiXi actually waited. All right, so perhaps the Panda wanted to save some extra mana, but that did not work. The Panda actually moving very quickly with those boots of speed, kind of like stumbling around as the Huntresses are running away from the water elementals very quickly. All right, it looks as though this arcane tower will be done. We may see perhaps an arcane vault built right here to try and protect this one arcane tower. Breath of Fire does do a bit of damage to towers, one of the reasons why Breath of Fire is so good. ZhouXiXi now clearing out this creep camp here. There is one footman with Defend going after the archer, and that's perhaps one of the just downsides for archers. Archers now trying to run away. You can see a wisp is off over here as well. The archer running just as fast as those footmen here, as now a footman with Defend is going to try to continue to fight back. All right, Huntress now has to be careful because an Archmage is on the scene. Archmage getting in some long distance attack here. All right, that Huntress down to 78 hit points. It's going to be able to run back. Meanwhile, a multiple fight on multiple areas all at the same time, and we still don't see a Tree of Life here. All right, Footman, is it going to try to go after these trappers? No, it does not, as the Panda now sitting at level 3. A huge advantage there. All right, the Huntress and these units are still trying to engage back again. It looks as though the Huntress is still backing away once more. More Huntresses coming down over here. Archmage may catch that. No, Archmage is not going to catch that Huntress running back off to the north here, as I'm sorry for not following the action. There is action pretty much on every single corner of the map, as the archers now trying to make their way inside here. All right, the footman now trying to back off. Oh, a lot of damage. There is one footman with Defend now. However, the glaives of the Huntresses are not piercing damage, so it does not deal that much. Guard tower. All right, you can see a bit of damage coming in. Is the guard tower gonna get repaired? Yes, it will. But the level 2 Breath of Fire really took a big chunk of life out of a lot of these peasants here. But it looks as though, yes, the water. Oh, yeah, the Huntress gets taken down, giving experience to the Archmage. I thought it was by the Arcane Tower, but not, as we can see now. The Huntress still turning around. Oh, one more shot would have dealt damage and finished off that one poor unsuspecting peasant, but the peasant does stick around for a little while longer. Meanwhile, Panda is going after more units still, and this is looking really strong. The Goblin Shredder now being brought over, and the Goblin Shredder up against a Panda. The Goblin Shredder actually deals more damage per swipe right now at this level, 34 to 61 instead of 42. Staff of Teleportation, it will be able to get away just in time, as we now see Huntresses back over here. One poor footman completely surrounded by Night Elves. That sounds like a normal pleasurable activity, but no, not in this case, as this footman now trying to run back over here. Sorry I even went into there. No reason to make that joke, as the Huntress now tries to back down. All right, you can see the warrior arachnids now trying to make their way over here. You can see the Huntresses are oh, the archer gets taken down. Is the Huntress going to get taken out? No, it does not, as we do see a Tree of Life just now about to be constructed and finished over here by this gold mine. Coming back across, there is a footman over here by this Ancient of War. It is not training up anything as of yet. Archmage may try to... Is it going to pick up a tavern hero? I don't believe so. The keep is not yet done, and the Shredder has not been able to do anything here so far. All right, here goes for an engagement. Tavern Hero is in the center. Dryads and Huntresses are being brought over. Panda now coming in as well. Where are all those units running to? The Dryad does get a slow poison attack onto the Footman, and that Footman is already in a very dangerous situation. Is it going to try to defend? No, it is not. It is now defending as the Huntress is now running in there. There's a Breath of Fire hitting across some of the towers there. As we can see, a Goblin Zeppelin picking up the lower hit point Footman, and that Blimp, the Zeppelin, signs of superior micro as, oh wow, the Breath of Fire does not go down as Yumiko picks up all of those peasants just in time. Oh, defend, reflecting those attacks back, and that's always very dangerous for Dryads in particular, since they are unarmored units and they do take additional damage from piercing. All right, coming across, Goblin Shredder now coming into the side here, takes a giant slice out of the Panda, but the Panda is, well, one drunken brawler, and it is dodging many of those attacks. However, the Goblin Shredder, the perfect counter to those Dryads, as it is a mechanical unit and cannot be poisoned. Dryads now looking to engage down over here. You can see Footmen have all been picked up. Guard towers with level 1 masonry upgrade. More than enough to push this back here, as the Panda is now looking for new opportunities to try and get ahead. Panda may try to take out these Ice Troll Warlords or these center creep camps here, but these center creep camps are rather dangerous. In addition to having slow attacks and armor, the poison attack of those arachnids could take down a lot of damage really quickly. Yumiko finally getting defend back off onto that Footman here, as it is not reflecting any of those attacks. Poor Yumiko. And now Yumiko's Footman is just going to get taken out very easily, as the Panda may get to level 4 off of this creep camp. Where is the Archmage? That is the question, as the Archmage is unloading off of a Zeppelin over here to take down a free Ancient of War. Ancient of War having a very bad day. It looks as though it's going to take down a Footman. Yes, it... Oh, yes, no. Oh, yes, it... Oh, no, it didn't. Oh, yes, it did. Oh, no, it didn't. As the Zeppelin has constantly been picking up that unit. There goes that Ancient of War. The Zeppelin now needs to run back, as the Panda... It looks like he teleported back home after getting to level 4 and getting a Talisman of Evasion, perhaps one of the most useless items on a Panda, since, well, it can already evade attacks off of that Drunken Brawler, and it does not stack. All right, let's come back around. You can see the Dryads are here. The Bears are here as well. We are coming in together. These Dryads are now just dancing and prancing around. What is this Panda looking to do? Boots of Speed. Anti-magic potion should be used here in just a moment as well. As you can see, the expansion off to the north has quickly been cleared up by Yumiko, taking that out. And now all we really see that the Panda is doing is clearing out this green creep camp. This is a rather interesting use of time, clearing out a green creep camp when your opponent is taking down a base. I do not highly suggest it, as now the Zeppelin is going to be dropping in some units here. All right, major attack coming in. Anti-magic potion. The anti-magic potion making it so that the Panda's Breath of Fire is going to be good and ready. Are we going to see another Breath of Fire? There it goes. Oh, a Scroll of Healing used just in time. Beautiful use there as a Storm Bolt. Now onto that Panda. That Panda now pretty much... Oh, is it losing mana? Yes, it is. And losing mana very rapidly. The Panda is now trying to run back here. Archmage does have a potion, or did have a potion of lesser invulnerability. And this one Panda in the back here is still trying to run around here. Bears are gonna go ahead and engage. Archmage is in a very good position, as the Panda is still getting focused down like mad. All right, this is a rather interesting fight here. The units are engaging. There are 3 towers in position, and this is just trying to pound sand here. That Panda with rejuvenation is doing a great job. The peasants are repairing. This is level 2 masonry upgrade, and if you start going after the Dryads instead of the Bears, this could actually be a lot of damage. All right, let's continue to take a look at this guard tower down to 120 hit points, down to 100 hit points. It looks as though more and more of those units are going to get taken down. The Dryads need to back off there. The Dryad very low on hit points. The Dryad looks like it could get taken down. The Archmage is still there, and the guard tower is gonna hold, and this was a huge hold there. As are we gonna get another Stormbolt? That is the question there. There is a Scroll of Town Portal now trying to get back. Dryad isn't gonna get taken down. The Water Elemental does not get dispelled. Mountain King Wow, that was a huge fight, and maybe a bit of an overcommitment by ZhouXiXi, really taking a lot more losses than he was bargaining for. And now that we have some goblin shredders over here as well, that is looking good. All right, gold mine, arcane sentry now being used as well. Our guard towers, we are going into castle. Not under the standard orthodox play at all for human at this point. We may see the tri-hero as, oh, what is that? An abolish magic quickly, giving even more experience to that panda. If at first you don't succeed, try again. It looks like the panda was trying to brute force his way in, and he may be trying to do that again. All right, the goblin shredders here, perhaps they need to be repaired. And there we go. We are going to be having a bit of an engagement now. There's a breath of fire doing a bit of damage. Stormbolt is a bit far back here as the Druid of the Claw now taking a bit of damage. Spellbreakers are right there, and the Spellbreakers are doing a lot of damage to that Druid of the Claw. Have to be extremely careful as the Spellbreakers do not want to get flanked by those bears either. All right, we're still seeing a bit of an engagement here. And still, using a guard or an ivory tower as a bit of a roadblock. Perfect timing as the Spellbreaker now backing off again. Another arcane sentry there. That bear is in a rather bad position, but so is that Spellbreaker. It looks as though, yes, the bear will get taken down. The Archmage still fighting here. It looks as though another bear may get taken down. And, oh, yes, it does get taken down. I do believe by an arrow, though, from a guard tower still. So far, we are looking to go for another engagement. Yumiko sitting at 48 over 54 supply, 53 over 70. We are pretty even in terms of supply. Oh, the priest. Is it going to get picked up? Yes, it does. Picked up just in time as another priest didn't get the memo that it really needed to back off. All right, unload some units here. Is there perhaps an arcane vault? No arcane vault here as the peasants are now on auto repair. What are they doing? Oh, yeah, it was auto-repairing the Zeppelin. It really should be auto-repairing the Goblin Shredder, as now Yumiko is sitting at 44 over 54 supply. All right, the Dryads just poking away here. There's another Breath of Fire, level 6 on the Panda. Panda's Earth, Storm, and Fire could be coming in anytime soon. All of the peasants now being brought over to try and repair once again. This is not looking good. Another Breath of Fire. 3 peasants laid down dead. Asleep on the job, whatever you want to call it. Permanent sleep, the long good night, just won't be getting back up as the bears are now chasing inside this guard tower position. ZhouXiXi using enough brute force this time, finally making its way through as the panda is still trying to push in that Archmage. The downside of fighting under guard towers is you do not gain experience if the guard towers get the kill. All right, looks as though the panda is going to be teleporting back, heading back home. Yumiko could finish up that blacksmith there. And now it looks like ZhouXiXi is just up the hill or up the creek without a paddle. No real way to get back into this. He has been out brute forced. Not getting mortar teams was perhaps the biggest mistake here. It looks as though a workshop is finally in play, but is this going to be for a desperation tank move? All right, let's see. Sapper is now being added to try and perhaps take down this tree of life. Sappers are rather slow and they can get a hit. You can see that Yumiko needs to time these sappers, and I believe the sappers, no, they cannot get killed by a tree of life that quickly. All right, here we go. What's going to be happening next? The sappers have to space themselves off a little bit. There's one attack. Oh my goodness, there's 2 attacks, and the tree of life is now gone. Two sappers all of a sudden turning this game once again a bit even. What ZhouXiXi did with a large army and a lot of effort, 2 sappers did in a moment. All right, let's come back over here. Very, very low hit point, Ancient of War. Not quite sure why that's there. Water Elemental is being dropped back down. You can see perhaps the Archmage needs to creep out some more creep camps in order to get higher up. A Mountain King at level 1 at this stage is not going to cut it. All right, Elder Shaman needs to get taken out. That healing wave is a bit of a problem. It's going to get taken out. Archmage should be able to get to level 4 here off of this creep camp. but this is not a normal creep camp, as one goblin shredder has already gone down. All right, the frost armor. This is one of the downsides of creeping out this map. A stone token has been dropped down. That is a very good item. Level 2 now on the Mountain King, as both sides are really taking this opportunity to try and creep. Demon Hunter now been added to the army, so the Demon Hunter benefiting from a 70 size army in order to try and get to level 3 very, very quickly. Currently sitting at level 2 and could continue to clear out the center creep camps with no real problem. Panda, on the other hand, going to try and chase in here. This could be rather bad news, as the Shaman is going to get taken out here in just a moment. There it goes. There goes the Shaman. And what are we going to have next? The Panda, realizing that it cannot take down the Goblin Zeppelin. Where are they going to go? All right, you can see a blue Drake, trappers and warriors, Tusker warriors all over here. Lots of bears to be added. Army 65 over 60 supply, gold about enough for 5 more minutes compared to 44 over 54. Paladin, the human tri-hero, has made its way out, as we are now healing up inside this location here. The Archmage, the Spellbreakers, all trying to heal back up. These are warriors that do not have mana, but they are piercing type against medium armor. At least the trappers are, so they could get taken out rather quickly. Demon Hunter sitting at 2 will get to level 3 after this Arachnid creep camp. Taking a bit of damage there. There's a potion of greater healing, and the Demon Hunter is just looking so strong right now with all of his items and all of his units. So far, let's take a look at this. Are we going to go after this creep camp? Yes, go after the Trapper, and once the Trapper gets taken, or once all of these ground units get taken down, perhaps you can try and pull the blue Drake away to take it out as well. That blue Drake really not suffering any damage right now, as you can see that the warriors are just getting taken out one at a time. Archmage really not suffering too much damage either. 2 water elementals though right here, but it may be a quick ticket home. No Scroll of Town portal on this army. I don't believe the Mountain King has one either, and now that means that they will need to run all the way back home. All right, casters are all in position. Slow is being cast across. There is a mortar team now trying to fight back here. 2 mortar teams should be enough to perhaps at least soften some of this up, as another breath of fire does hit. All right, once this barracks go down though, all of these bears will be able to straight up engage on all of these units. The sorceress do not have Brilliance Aura on them, so they are having a very, very difficult time trying to make their way in. Paladin now trying to run back. There's a huge mana burn onto that, as we are now going in for an engagement. All right, units are now dropping down from the sky. Where is the rest of the army here? I still don't see them. Where are the heroes of Yumiko? Yumiko's heroes still coming in that Zeppelin need to arrive onto that party, and you can still see fighting in here. All right, the mortar teams need to get in some very good damage here. All right, in come the Archmage. Staff of Preservation saves some units. There's some units now off to the north. The mortar teams now outside the base, fighting after he trapped ZhouXiXi inside. This was potentially huge, as the Panda is now on the outside here, trying to get another breath of fire. There's some more peasants. Sorceress now having a very bad time here. Stone Golem, Earth Storm, and Fire now coming down. ZhouXiXi is fighting this battle as best as he can, as another roar comes in. Zeppelin's picking up all the units, and they're going to be going back inside the base again, giving in a little bit more protection. But Yumiko, with all of this valiant effort, is just going to be that valiant effort and nothing more, as it looks like another bear will get taken down. All right, another bear has gone down here. All the units are now trying to engage, or ZhouXiXi may have... What is going on here? ZhouXiXi now sitting at 59 over 80 supply compared to 46 over 60. All the units are now running back here as the Spellbreakers. Are we going to perhaps get some slow cast onto some of these units? All right, I believe Earth is where it reappears. Yes, if you did not know, a Panda always reappears back at the Earth version of himself. And there we go. The Panda now running back around. Expansion now being entangled down over here. This expansion has been rerunning up for quite some time. Paladin still sitting at level 1. Double Zeppelin. Priest does have inner fire, surprisingly. And we may see perhaps some creeping out of another Are we going to see him try and creep out? Yes, the Furbolg this creep camp here. All right, another red creep camp, and this is actually one of the benefits for Yumiko. Yumiko can still level up his heroes and get stronger. Meanwhile, the panda is only sitting at level 7, so I guess that's a downfall at this point. All right, a spiked collar. It looks like it will be a little bit of mana burn here. Another Furbolg tracker. Paladin Paladin will not get to level 2. Mountain King will not get to level 4. Archmage will not get to level 5 here. Oh, Paladin got to level 2, excuse me. And now gonna go ahead and take that down. All right, that rock golem will fall apart no, come on. Fall apart soon. Is it going to get a boulder toss off? No, it is not, as we are now fighting to take down this trapper location here. Meanwhile, the main town hall, the main castle, is about to fall apart. There's not much that can really be done. Casters are just trying to heal up altogether. You can see that the Archmage is absorbing a whole bunch of damage. Does get Holy Lighted, but it really needs to split apart more of that damage across multiple units in order to really benefit while fighting at this Fountain of Health. All right, Troll Trapper looks like it will get taken down there. Slippers of Agility now being left behind. Do we have another building being placed down anywhere on the map? I don't believe so. And with that, it may just turn into a straight up base race, as the Blue Drake looks like it will get taken down. There it goes. Level 5 on the Archmage, and it's an Ankh of Reincarnation, a very, very nice item. But with 3 Zeppelins in the air, that's all you really have. And I don't believe there's any more buildings left. This is going to turn into a straight building race. Yumiko down to 41 over 30. I believe 1, 2, 3, 4 farms. Where is the 5th one? I don't know. I don't know where that 5th farm is. Okay, Mountain King, Staff of Teleportation does come in here. The mortar teams are going to come into position here and then just straight up try and attack out this Entangled Gold Mine. All right, that Entangled Gold Mine will get taken down over here. Let's see. Where is that farm? I don't see the farm anywhere. Where is his last building? I don't see it. I really don't see it. I don't know what's really going on here. The Entangled Gold Mine is now going to get taken out here. There's water elementals, invisible water elementals, surprisingly enough. Not quite sure what those are there for either. And the Wisp are still looking for buildings as well. All right, let's go ahead and try and take down this Tree of Life. You can see that the Entangled Gold Mine could get taken out anytime soon. The water elementals are actually in the back here, and that's surprising. Those units are just sitting there in the back, and you can see that this is funny, great wall of water elementals protecting right there, taking down dryads. That was absolutely hilarious, as the Tree of Life is still engaging here. All right, Spellbreakers are off to the front. The mortar teams are just absolutely destroying and taking out many of these casters back over here, but I still don't think this is going to be enough. Another water elemental now being brought in. There is another invisible water elemental, one invisible water elemental now, as one time life is going to be gone. All right, there is that scout farm. A bear is going to make its way over and find it. Staff of Teleportation bringing it over, and Mountain King comes in as well. Goblin Sapper, and there's the GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.